everybody, welcome back to another edition of Let's Talk Ghosts. And today, well, we're not really reviewing a program per se. We are actually going to discuss what's going on, the latest kerfuffle in the paranormal world. And, I'd like to preface this by saying, when you put product up for public consumption, which is one of the things that we do, so if you create videos or audio for people to watch or listen to, you open yourself up to criticism. And people have a right to criticize.
Yes, whether they're talking through their ass or not.
Exactly. And we do that a lot, So what's been going on lately is there is yet another YouTube channel that's been called out by some debunkers. And the YouTube channel, the people are, for lack of a better term, fighting back. The things that I've seen have been incredibly rude and disrespectful and uncalled for. So you make a video, not everybody has to like it. And if you're doing things unethically, you should be called on it.
Yes.
Now, that's not to say that the person doing the calling is right or wrong, but it's how you respond to that shows the kind of person you are. And for anybody that's questioning what's going on right now, I mean, we do follow a couple of debunkers on a regular basis. One of them being Mythos, one of them being Side-Eye Guy, Mr. Gray, and Beardo. We watch Beardo a lot just because we kind of like him, and he's fun to just kind of put on in the background and, listen to. Yeah, he's fun. He's just a decent kind of guy. And he gets his dander up from time to time when he encounters something that's really, for lack of a better term, grossly negligent. He takes a lot of offense to people who are out and out faking things.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah, he gets mad when they're faking evidence.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you were just creating content for YouTube, say that it's for entertainment purposes only. You don't have to lie and say that it's really ghost stuff, because most of the time it's not. And it's okay to make content for entertainment. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have watched stuff that I know is blatantly fake, but it's entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like that Ghost Watch program that we watched a while back. I mean, it was obviously fake, but it was very well done, and it was like watching a television show, because that's what it was, I guess. But you knew it was fake. It's okay. This really haunted guy. I mean, his shit is fake, but sometimes it's entertaining to watch, It's like, what is he going to do next?
20 days haunting.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of that, but yeah, a lot of it is faked, and you enjoy it for what it is. Really, Most Haunted, it's fake. It's so freaking fake. Yeah. But I've been watching it lately, watching it from another angle, watching it to see if I can catch the, Pebbles throwing his little rocks and things. And I'm just enjoying that part of it so much. Now, not watching it from the paranormal aspect, I'm watching it from the other end of it, where I'm trying to see what they're doing is wrong. And sometimes it's wildly entertaining. I saw an old episode yesterday. It was on the Haunted Channel on Roku. Yeah. And it was an old episode of, I don't know what was going on. I forget. Didn't pay attention that closely until I heard Yvette screaming. As she is wont to do. Yeah. And she goes running up these little stairs, getting away from something, and she's screaming and sobbing because a ghost whispered in her ear.
Yes.
Oh my God. I laughed. That was the funniest thing I've seen in a while. Because a ghost whispered in her ear.
You know who that reminds me of too?
Who?
Is the Gail from uh, Haunted Scotland.
Oh, yeah. She was screaming and crying over everything. But you know what?
She's always crying.
I would rather watch her than watch, Most Haunted, because at least she was, kind of, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It's on the same level. But
It's the
anyway,
same level.
yeah. But anyway, we watch the things that are entertainment for the entertainment value. Anyway, getting back to, you put out a video on YouTube and you say this is ghostly uh, evidence, or this is evidence of a murder, evidence of who did it, evidence of somebody that's missing that is now dead or something. You put out a video,
Yeah,
and if somebody calls you on it and can back up the claims that you're lying, then oops, my bad, I've been caught. You don't go
yeah,
on a tirade trying to call them out. And that's
yeah,
what Ghost Club Paranormal has done to Beardo. And it is incredibly disrespectful. I
right.
saw a couple of things that they did, one of them being a live thing. And it's not just them, it's the people in their live feed that were saying the most egregious things. And their moderators didn't say, hey, that's enough. Little things like uh, calling him a pedophile, calling him a wife beater. Like, really? That is inappropriate. Now, if you
Yeah,
and your fans can't act like responsible adults, get the
yeah,
fuck out. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I
yeah,
shouldn't be rude, but wow. And we've seen this time and
yeah,
time again. A group gets called out and they go on the attack. It's not right.
yeah,
Don't freaking
yeah,
fake it then. If you think there's a way you're going to get caught, or you're faking it, don't do it. The other thing, if you were not as confident in your investigator skills as you're letting on, so you either have to fake evidence or you're making evidence up where none existed. That's not necessarily faking it, it's just interpreting things wrong. And someone's pointing out to you, hey, that wasn't paranormal. You should go, oh, and use it as a learning tool, not a
yeah,
criticism.
yeah,
Now, to be fair, I don't think Bearder was always the most polite when he's calling out fakers.
yeah,
So, I mean, but his response, I thought, was pretty valid. When someone starts calling you a pedophile and a wife beater and stuff like that and bringing your family into it, I would get angry too.
well, yeah, yeah,
I'd get really angry. And that's what's been happening. Like, so far I've seen 2 videos. And this one that I really, really didn't like, they did a live and they called it a fundraiser for LA fundraiser, LA fire fundraiser and roast. And they have a picture of Beardo in a dunce cap. And behind him is a scene like a fiery inferno kind of thing, which I thought, if you're having a fundraiser, oh my God. First of all, you shouldn't call somebody, a roast. To me, that the title was very inappropriate. You're roasting him. Yeah. But you're fundraising for a fire. Let's not use
yeah,
that kind of language. I mean, I mean, there could have been people in that audience that were damaged by those fires. And just
yeah,
that alone is enough to set anybody off. I think
yeah.
these Ghost Club people are, what's the word I'm looking for?
Need
Help
to
me out
give
here.
it a shake.
Yeah, they need to give their head a shake. They are obviously looking for attention, and they got it. Um, Obviously, this is a get money thing, because if it wasn't, they wouldn't have been faking the how to solve a crime stuff. They think they're solving a crime. They
Yeah,
haven't.
well, they're not, detectives,
No, they're not. They're not. And to shit all over the victims and the victims' family
Yeah.
by using it to make money on YouTube. Now, they're not the first people to do this.
No, no, those two girls. Oh,
Amanda and Mackie or whatever.
yeah,
Mackie and
yeah,
Amanda. Yeah, I've heard that I
yeah.
haven't seen, do you know, I still haven't
Oh,
watched
yeah,
any of their stuff, but I've heard that they're bad for that.
yeah.
And then there's a few others. What is that group called where they do these remote EVP sessions? And they'll do like the spirit of Madeline Kahn, who isn't even been pronounced dead yet. I mean, she could be alive
Yeah,
somewhere. Probably not,
yeah,
but she could be. Um, we don't know what happened to her. We don't know if she's dead or alive. We don't know if she was taken by a pedophile or somebody who wanted a child. We don't know. So
yeah,
to say, oh, I spoke to her spirit, you don't know
yeah,
that. And I don't believe these remote EVP things. No, it's ghoulish.
yeah.
And to,
Like, like, like Huff does that, you know. Oh, I'm going to talk to Elvis,
yeah, or Michael Jackson's spirit, or anybody who's
Yeah.
recently passed away. That one, oh gosh, as soon as a celebrity passes, he's right on it. Oh, I'm going to do an
Oh,
EVP
yeah,
session. I
yeah.
forget
That's Huff.
something. I don't know who that is, but it's like something halos, or it's some angel type name. I can't even remember because it just sickens me. But
Yeah.
you know
That.
who I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But that stuff is it's
The.
sickening. It really, really is. And I think
Yeah.
there needs to be some accountability. And I believe that's what these debunkers are trying to do. They're trying to hold some of these people accountable for what they're posting. If you do not want criticism, don't post to YouTube. Don't post online. Just go about your business. Do your
Yeah.
investigation for your own personal interest, for your
Yeah.
own, yeah, for your own use. You don't have to share it with the world. Just
Yeah.
enjoy it for what it is.
But you can't make money that way.
No, you can't. And for people who that's all that they're driven by, it's a performance piece. That's all it
Yeah.
is. It's a performance piece. And if you're called on it, well, you've been called on it. It's how you
Yeah.
respond that shows us what kind of a person you are. And
Yeah.
if I had any respect for this group now, I do not. And I'm not
Yeah.
sad that we didn't give them a very good rating way back when, because we did review them back in our first year, August the
Yeah.
12th, 23. Let me just pull this out.
Yeah.
We reviewed them going to Whittington Castle, which is on the border of Wales and England. And it's a castle that we only saw like 2 rooms, and it's mostly a museum. And one of our
Yeah.
comments was the brief history of the castle was extremely brief, like minutes. And the feeling that we'd got was that they had rented for an hour, and that's all that they could afford to rent for the hour that they were there. Um, One of our only really good comments for this was they do good tagging. And my quote was, and that's where the goodness ended. It wasn't a bad investigation, but it wasn't a great one. Um, my biggest niggle from them, among many, was, again, there's no explanation to the spirits on how to use the equipment. The biggest thing was go touch the antenna. Now, somebody from the 1100s is
Yeah.
not going to know what an antenna is.
No.
Go touch that
No.
thing sticking up, that metal piece of wood or metal looking branch. Go touch that. And I don't even know if they'd know what metal is really at that, but something like that. Your biggest thing, and I agreed with you, was on their spirit box, they were told to get out twice.
Yeah.
And they didn't. They didn't even
Yeah.
acknowledge the person telling them to get out.
Yeah.
And then another very sad thing is you get I think it's the spirit box, somebody saying it's very lonely here. And they didn't even, and they heard it. They didn't even comment. They just carried on. It's like, take a
Yeah.
couple minutes to talk to this poor spirit that's reaching out to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it didn't fit their narrative. They only had an hour. Got to get it all in. So when we talk about would we watch them again, I said no. And no, I said I don't think so. And you said no. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I have no interest in seeing them, especially when I see the way they behave. I'm not
Yeah.
interested. I'm not going to give them a view to have them make money. No. It's bad enough I sit through debunkers watching, that have watched them, and I'll give them my
Yeah.
view. I'll give them my click and my like, but not these other people.
Yeah.
And it's not just this group. The Foreman brothers acted horrifically when they were called out for stuff.
Yeah.
And that's really sad because I really like that. Now I think they have made amends, maybe. I'm
No,
not sure.
not really. No, no, they haven't. They're
Yeah.
still pulling that shit.
Yeah. Because now they're kind of in it for money, not so much helping people.
Yeah.
And I think that's what got them going on that wrong path. It happens. It's unfortunate, but it happens because they were doing good work. And I do believe they still do good work, but again, it's how you respond, right? There's a few other groups, Mindseed. They, they've been caught a few times and sometimes they're a bit, snarky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really Haunted is probably one of the best ones though for clawback because he knows he's being watched. He knows he's being debunked, but at least he learns from it and tries to find better ways to cheat and sneak. And we all know that he's
Yeah.
cheating, but it is entertaining to see how he sets up his camera angles and stuff. And like, I forget who it was, it might have been Beardo, who said, they call him on something and how, for example, nothing, expensive ever gets broken. Well, then suddenly his laptop gets broken. So,
Yeah.
he's paying attention. He's paying attention. That one is almost entertaining. But,
Yeah.
so I know people like him, and that's okay. Watch him for the entertainment value. Don't watch him because you think he knows how to
Yeah.
hunt ghosts and because he's got, you know, Count Dracula staying in his house. He's got Vlad the
Yeah.
Impaler.
Bad,
Oh, Vlad
bad
the
deal.
Impaler. Yeah, who would leave from Romania to come and stay with him and bother him. Yeah, I think Vlad's got better
Yeah.
things to do. But I mean, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad what's going on. And then you see, paranormal, debunker after debunker, like going after each other. And it's like, holy crap. Wow.
Yeah.
The online world can be a very nasty place because it's easy to be a
Yeah.
keyboard
Yes, sir.
warrior. It is easy
Yeah.
to be a keyboard warrior. You're not having to face the person and say what you think to their face. And most people would never do that if they had to see them face to face.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all that I wanted to comment on today. I don't know if you have anything extra you wanted to add.
No, you've commented.
Now, I'm sure we're going to get some comments on this. And you know what? Go ahead. but be respectful. If you don't like what we have to say, be respectful. Otherwise, there's no way I'm going to respond to your comments, and there's no way we're going to keep them. Be respectful. I don't mind discord. You're allowed to disagree, but we're adults. We're all adults here. So
Yeah.
if you have something you want to say, if you want to add to, discuss, please do. We would be happy to open up a dialogue about thoughts, likes, dislikes, what you see in the paranormal world that's bothering you today or that you're enjoying. Share it with us. We'd love to discuss it. Anyway, that's it for today,
Yeah.
everybody. I hope you have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are in this great wide world.
Happy hunting.
Happy haunting. Bye now.